Hey y'all, so I am back again with another easiest way to trade Forex. Like, when I say y'all, like, first off, let me do the intro. Hey everyone, I am Lauren from IMLRose.com. In this video, we are going to talk about the easiest way to trade Forex. In this video, we are going to be featuring the Shift app. Now, if you are an experienced trader, then I would recommend you get the Titan app as well, because that's what I've been using. And honestly, like, I have been following my trading plan to a strict T as far as like my minimum of what I need to make. But when you trade NAS 100 US 30, I just take it to TP1. And yesterday it went to, all right, y'all, I gotta put my phone on do not disturb. And yesterday, y'all, like, well, not yesterday, but today, watch this.
Okay, remember when I showed you guys those moving averages, that cross? So if you would have stayed in this trade is going almost to TP4, which is 160 points. Do y'all know how much money that is? So I definitely should have stayed in the trade, but I'm not going to have FOMO, y'all.
Y'all, it went to, it was literally on its way to TP4. Like, the FOMO was real. Like, I was just like, why did I get out this trade? But that comes with being a disciplined trader. So with NAS 100 US 30, JER 30 on the Wall Street Titan app, I take it to TP1. I saw some candlestick patterns and I saw that price was above the 10 moving average. I was more comfortable as far as just like knowing that I was on the right side of the market. But knowing that as well, I should have stayed in the trade, because I would have been done trading for the week, like, for sure. But this is the easiest way to trade Forex. If you need to watch this video again, watch it again, but you definitely need to get with us so you can get the Shift app, because the Shift app is lit, the Titan app is lit. Another reason why I'm being so conservative when it comes to the Titan app, because I started this account with $231. And so every trade that I do put in with the indices, with the broker that I'm using, it is a risky trade. So I do have to monitor my trades more than if I was just putting in a GU trade at, 0.05 or something like that. I could just, put in, take profit, copy the stop loss, and just go about my day. But because my account is a smaller account and I'm trading indices, I have to watch my trades. Once that account gets over, $1,000, $2,000, then I can just put it in and it will be following good risk management. But I am building this account up right now. I think it's like $302 in that account. So, if you are not following me on Instagram, then follow me on Instagram, because I do post my journey in my stories as far as following my trading plan to a T. So if you need the trading plan, send me an email, I'll send it to you. It says super conservative, but in my opinion, it's not. It's risky. It is over leveraging. So just know that you can lose all your money. Y'all, like, come on, like, yeah, trading is risky. You can literally lose all your money. So that's what we're trying to prevent with the Shift app. So let's go into my phone so I can show you guys how this works. And People that know me, they know I do not like trading on my phone. I don't, but it is it is really convenient. But just know that if you only have a phone, you can still learn Forex, and then once you can afford to get a computer, then you need to get a computer. Yeah, let me just stop talking and show you guys the app. So the first thing that you are going to do is download the MT4 app. If you need to pause this video so you can download it, go ahead and do that. Download the MT4 or MT5 app. Click settings. Once you click settings, you are going to click new account. Then you are going to click open a demo account. Now, I use Osprey. I haven't had any issues with them, knock on wood. But for the purpose of this video, just type in Osprey FX demo. Okay, once you do that, you'll put in your information. This information is already here, so the information here really doesn't matter. What matters is you want your leverage to be 500, and then you want to change your deposit to 3,000. The reason why I say 3,000 is because you want this to be as realistic as possible when you start demo trading. I tell people that put an amount that's realistic because, you know, people are out here, you know, trading on a $10,000, $100,000 account, knowing they're not going to put that in their live account. So when they switch from demo to live, they are upset because you are not going to make the same money with a $100 account versus a $10,000 or a $100,000 account. So y'all put $3,000 and then click register. This is your username and password. Screenshot this just in case you want to use the same demo account on a different device. So after you screenshot this, click done, and yes, your demo account is created. So this is the main page that you will see when you start using MT4. You have your quotes page. So that is the page that we are on right now. This page shows you all your pairs. And if you want to add more pairs, all you have to do is click the plus sign at the top right. So when I say currency pair, this is basically what you are going to be trading. So it is one currency pair versus another. So for example, the one at the top is AUD versus USD. That is the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. So let's head to the right, the chart tab. That is the next tab. Now, my chart looks totally different from yours, but I'm going to show y'all what I did to customize my chart. Now, what I will say is these lines on my chart, those are my moving averages. This is going to be very important come closer to the middle of the video, so stay tuned. So on my chart, you see candlesticks, you see pink candlesticks, and you see blue candlesticks. So my pink candlesticks represent, you know what, most people's candlesticks will be red, which represents selling candles, also known as bearish candles. Now, my blue candles are my bullish candles, and they most of the time they are green, but you can customize your chart however you want to customize. And I'm actually about to customize this chart again because I see something on here that I don't like. So another way to look at it is the blue candles are when the market is going up in value, and the pink candlesticks represent when the market is going down in value. So another thing that I want you guys to see is at the top left corner, it says M15. That means that every candle on this chart represents 15 minutes. So if you look at this tab, once you click on M15, you will see M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, which is now 1 hour per candle, H4, D1, which is each candle will represent 1 day, W1 represents 1 week, and M
in, which is month. So that means that every candle on here would represent a month. So when you go to the higher time frames, that is where most people will do their analysis, but everybody trades a little bit different. But once you get the hang of it, you will have your own style. So watch this. Clicking on M1, you are going to see that the candles change and the chart change. But just remember that every one of these candles represents 1 minute now. So let's click on M5. This is actually the time the time frame that I use to enter my trades. I like using the 5-minute time frame for my entries. I just feel like I get a super clean entry, but to each his own, you know, like you have to practice and see what works best for you. So as you guys can see, it is 2 o'clock. So that means that a new candle has just formed, and this candle will continue to move for the next 5 minutes. And once 2:05 hits, that candle will close and another candle will open. So that is your charts tab. Now let's go ahead and click on the trade tab, and you'll see that you have no trades open, 0. It just says $3,000. The next tab is your history tab. This tab is going to show you every single trade that you have put in on this particular account. It's going to show you what your profits and losses look like. You can change from the day, week, month, or custom. So when you guys see me post like different results, like I can do a custom where it's like, okay, I'm going to show you guys the last week results. So I'll just click on custom, put in the specific dates, and then it'll show me all the trades from those specific dates. Okay, so now let's go back to the settings tab. Once you get on the settings tab, this is basically all your information on your demo account. I want you to click charts. So you want to make sure that the check mark is on candlesticks, because that is what we are going to be using to analyze our trades. You also want to make sure that the as price line that is highlighted, period separators, and trade levels. Make sure all 3 of those are highlighted. So now we are going to go to the colors tab, because like I said before, there was something on my chart that was wrong. So let's go ahead and fix that. So before you take a screenshot of my colors, I need to fix this. I don't know if you can see, but my bar up and bar down, they are both green. They're not supposed to be green. Not on my chart. So you, like I said before, you can customize this however you want, but you want to make sure that your bar up candle is the same color as your bull candle, and your bar down color is the same as your bear candle. As y'all can see, I didn't even notice it until I started recording this video, and I was just like, oh wait. So now when I go back to my chart, you are going to definitely see the difference. So, but like I said, your colors can be any color that you want. Just make sure that you know the difference between bear and bull. So now let's go back to the quotes tab, because I'm going to show you guys how to add a pair, just in case you get a pair called on the Shift app and it is not on your quotes tab. What you're going to do is hit that plus sign at the top right corner. And once you click on that plus sign, you will see all these different sections. And honestly, it really doesn't matter, because all you have to do is start typing it in the search tab and it will automatically come up. So I'm going to type in US 30. You know, if you guys want to practice on this pair so you can become, you know, an amazing, profitable, consistent trader, then you can go ahead and type this in, and you are going to click on that first plus sign. Once you click on it, it will disappear, and that will let you know that it has been added to your quotes tab. And you scroll to the bottom and it is there. That's it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just erase the ones that I don't need, because, you know, I like to keep my quotes tab very
let's say empty. I only want to see, the pairs that I trade. I don't want to see all this other mess. So you can have your quotes page however you want it. But me personally, I only keep the pairs on here that I actually trade. So once you start clicking on the bubbles, you will see that red trash can in the top right-hand corner. So once you, pick the pairs that you don't want on your quotes page, then you will click that red delete or trash can button. So now my quotes tab is very clean, very easy to navigate. When I get a signal from the Shift app or the Titan app, because I only trade specific pairs, it'll already be here and I can just copy paste and get in the trade. So that is how you add a currency pair and delete a currency pair. So now that we have our MT4 together, let's put this together with the Shift app so I can show you guys the best way to use the Shift app, the easiest way to use the Shift app, the most profitable way to use the Shift app, because that is what, our goal is, to become profitable, consistent, disciplined traders. We want to be part of the 3% of successful traders. We don't want to be part of the 97% of traders that fail, okay? Okay, so as you guys can see, as soon as I open up my Shift app, you see what? One. Like nothing is active right now, but I want you guys to see that all you have to really do is take it to take profit 1. So when you open up the Shift app, is if a trade does not say active on that right lower side, then you cannot get into this trade. You want it to say active. And you also, where it says for this trade, where it says negative 15 pips, you will want that to say, you would not want that to say plus 10. If that says plus 10, you cannot get into the trade. It is too late. So once again, when you log into the Shift app, you want to make sure that the trade that you are getting into says active, and you want to make sure that it is not already 10 pips in profit. If it's negative, it is okay because it's just a pullback. And then I will show you guys on my chart what I do to decide if the trade is negative, if I'm going to still decide to get into the trade or not. But y'all, like, I'm scrolling down. Do you see how many trades the Shift app has called? Not really the Shift app has called, the traders on the Shift app, the trades that they have called. All these trades have at least gone to TP1 or above. So I don't know about you, but this is amazing. So I just hit the arrow down and that opens up the details of this trade. So this is a Euro AUD trade. And as you guys know, this pair is not on my chart, but, and this trade has already hit TP1. So I would not get into this trade, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how to use this app. Just remember, if you were actively trying to get into a trade, if the trade already says 1, you are not going to get into that trade. I feel like I should repeat myself just in case, but if the trade says 1 and it has TP 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has a couple of check marks by it, then it is too late to get into the trade. This trade has already left the station. So another thing that you want to pay attention to is when the trade was called. This trade was called on the 19th at 12:59 a.m. So if you were up around that time, you definitely could have gotten into this trade. But if you see like this trade was called 5 hours ago and it's still not going anywhere, it's possible for you to get into the trade depending on the pair that it is. But you want to make sure that you pay attention to the time, the date that the trade was called and the time. Normally AUD pairs move really, really slow. So just know that it will take a while for this to continue to hit TP2, 3, and 4 if it does get to those levels. We also see this trade was called as a sell. Sell is in red. The entry is in red. The copy is in red. So you know that this is going for a sell. There should be no excuse on, I don't know if it's a buy or a sell. It says sell is in red. Everything as far as entry is in red. So red, sell, green, buy. So when we talk about pips, just in case you don't know what pips are, so an easier way to explain it is basically pips represent gains or losses because the pip measures the amount of change in the exchange rate for a currency pair. Now, different currency pairs, you will read the pip count differently, but once you start going through our education platform, you will be able to understand the super basics. And if you have not watched my Forex one-on-one series, then you can go back and watch that because I talk all about pips and what they mean and how to read them and what currency pairs have, different, the decimal places, the points, the pips, and everything like that. So if you are confused on what a pip is, then go back and watch that video. But as a beginner, go to TP1, get your 20, 25 pips, and get out. Okay, so now you see all the information that you need to get into the trade. You see take profit 1 through 4, and then you also see the stop loss. Right by the stop loss, you see it says negative 40 pips. So you will be risking 40 pips on this trade. Now, this is the cool thing about the Shift app. The Shift app actually has a lot size calculator, and I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. And then right below the stop loss, you also see the analysis. So if you want to see why this particular trader decided to get into this trade, you can see the analysis that they use to get into the trade. And also, if you are loving certain traders, you can favorite them and just make sure that you hop on their sessions so you can trade with them and learn from them live. Actually, the stop loss in this particular trade was 50 pips. Okay, so remember, this trade is for example purposes only. If you were to get in this trade, that check mark would not be by TP1. But if the number is negative, it is okay. It is still possible for you to get into the trade. So the checklist, number 1, you want to make sure that the trade says active. Number 2, you want to make sure that it does not say plus 10. Number 3, you want to make sure that it has not hit any take profits so far. So if everything checks out, then you can go ahead and open your MT4 and search for this pair. So if everything is all good to enter the trade, you will go ahead and click copy. Once you click copy, you will go ahead and open your MT4 app so we can get into this trade. So you are going to hard press on the pair. Once you hard press on the pair, you will see 3 options. You will see trade, chart, details. Click on trade. So at the top, you see market execution, and then right below it, you see 0.01. That is your lot size. So at 0.01, that means that every time the market moves, you are risking 10 cents. So you will definitely change your lot size based on, number 1, your account size, number 2, risk management. So you also see where your stop loss should go and where your take profit will go. And we've already copied the take profit. So what I normally do is I tell people, just go ahead and click buy or sell. If you are not doing any analysis on the pair, if you're just following the Shift app and you're like, hey, I'm rocking with Gus, it doesn't matter what the analysis says, I'm going to get in whatever he calls. So once you do that, you see that you are in the market. Look at this trade. Whoop, whoop. You put in your first trade. Amazing. So now what you're going to do is hard press on the trade so you can go ahead and modify it, and then you will enter the take profit and stop loss. Make sure that you always use a stop loss. If you do not use a stop loss, you will lose money, and we don't want you guys to lose money. So click modify, and then what you're going to do is where it says take profit, click on take profit, delete what's there, and then click paste. So now we're going to have to head back to the Shift app and copy the stop loss. So we are going to do the same thing. Click where it says stop loss, erase what is there, and then click paste. Now, if you are going to analyze the trade, how I usually analyze, and just based on back testing, quote unquote, the moving averages on my chart, when I see that pink line is crossing down the blue line and the yellow line, the blue line and the white line, once price is under that cross, I look for sales. Now, if the pink line crosses above the white line and the blue line, and price closes above all three lines, then I know that I'm in the right direction for a buy. So that is like another hack that you can kind of use if you want to do a quick analysis while taking these shift trades, because it can really help you. The yellow line, that line is a 200 moving average. And usually when price is above that line, then price will continue to go up. When price is below that line, price will continue to go down. So that will definitely help you in your analysis, and it will help you when it comes to, whether or not you want to take a shift app, because at the end of the day, not all the trades are winners, and you want to be able to really compound your account, but you don't want to take unnecessary losses. So you can also use this as another confirmation. Once you get more advanced, you can start looking for, candlestick patterns. If you have not read the Candlestick Bible, you need to read it because it is very, very helpful in the candlesticks to get in certain trades for extra confirmations. So everything is just an extra confirmation. So for example, a doji is a sign of indecision. So if you see a doji candle, a buy was called, and you also see that price is sitting at support, and you see that the pink line is crossing over the blue and the white line, and then you also see that price is above the yellow line, all those are confirmations, and that is enough for you to get in the trade. And then another reason is, a 6, 7, 8 figure trader is calling the trade. So that's another confirmation in itself. Okay, so let's look at these trades from yesterday. We got in this trade, right? This GU trade, y'all remember? It was active, but it was active. Now you see that it says 1. It says negative 12 pips because it's pulling back and it's already reached target 1. So you will go to your history, and as you can see, it's green. It hit take profit, right? So if we go to our active trades, y'all see that that euro ad trade is still going. And this is why you don't get in trades that already hit TP1. But I'm just going to leave this open just for you guys. I want to show y'all something because this trade right here is active and it is under 10 pips. You can actually use this pip calculator to calculate your risk. Appropriate risk is in between 2 and 5%. You guys see 2 is already there. So the stop loss is 40 pips, and then all you have to do is put in your account balance. And
And then all you do is hit calculate. And this is the lot size that it says to use. So 0.13. So what you can do is you can go back and let's get in this trade. AUD chef. That is definitely not on my on my chart. So, and I look and I see, okay, and they're calling for a buy because all my moving averages are moving up and they're crossing over each other. I feel more comfortable getting into this buy. So you can use that as well as another confirmation. And let's go ahead and hit trade. Let's go ahead and hit trade. And it said 1-3. So we're gonna go ahead and buy. I always say get in the trade first, and then you can modify your you can modify it later, right? So all you do is hard press, hit modify, and then copy. That's the take profit. And this is the stop loss. Erase that, put that in, modify, make your screen smaller so you can see. You might have to go to a higher time frame, but as you can see, your take profit is up. Your take profit is there, your stop loss is there. You are good to go. Go about your day, and that's all you got to do.
Okay, so I feel like that is easier than my first video that said the easiest way to trade Forex. I feel like that's easier than my second video that said the easiest way to trade Forex. Like, I feel like this is a true easy way to trade Forex. So let me tell you, if you decide to join us as a bonus, you will also get access to our team trading sessions. When I say we trade every day, except, you know what, Saturday and Sunday, but we trade New York session. As we're recording this video, we trade at 11, 1, and at 10 p.m. binary. So if you have been trying to get into your binary bag, then you definitely need to join the team because we trade. Like, we trade. So if you really want to learn and skill and you have the funds, then go ahead and join. Like, I don't know what you're waiting on. I mean, most people in the US, they got the stimulus. So if you can afford it, then come learn how to flip it. No, but seriously, with joining us, you will have access to those separate trainings. And then you also have access to the educational platform where you can learn on those sessions as well. And then, all the packages come with the Shift app. The Titan app is an add-on, but I paid $180 for it, and I'm literally about to make my money back within the next couple of days. So it is one of those things where you have to get with the right people that want to see you succeed. And if you really want to learn a skill and you're going to take it serious, because I've had a lot of people contact me and they have either said that, okay, I really want to take this serious, but don't come to the sessions, don't come to the team sessions, don't watch the videos, don't watch the recordings, don't do nothing. But then they put in a random trade from a signal and then they lose, and then they're just like, oh, this doesn't work. No, that's not how trading Forex goes. So if you don't have at least like an hour or two a day to study, then wait until you do. If you don't plan on doing nothing with it, don't waste your money. Like, I don't want to help nobody that's not serious about it. So if you're serious, send me a message. But we would love to have you on the team, and let's get this bag. Let's get this bag. And if you haven't watched my other video that shows you, you know, the behind the scenes of how we trade in our sessions, then watch that video and then you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe.